y'all. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to teach you all how to run cocaine on the Asylum server. We're starting off pretty fresh, so it's going to be a pretty small run, but this ought to be enough to get to where, you know, if you're looking to get over that hill to buying your first house for market price, this will be enough to probably do that. So we're just going to do one hatchback run of coke, and I'll explain what that is after I get done getting some clothing here at the general store in Ep.3. And we're just going to grab clothing, minor physical essentials, and a vehicle over there at the DMV. So let's get to it. Sometimes you spawn in this game looking like you just picked up everything at the Lost and Found and threw it all on at once, but that's alright because every major town has some kind of clothing store in it, so you can fix that up pretty okay. I go with the hunter green myself. It's just what I like, and I also throw on some aviators. I typically throw a hat on as well just for being fancy. I'm going to take a carry-all with me because we're not going to have a lot of storage space to begin with, and this hat. So as you can see down there, the total cost of this is $452. It's $452 for my entire kit. That's basically nothing. And you know, actually we're gonna spend about $1,000 if you combine this first aid kit, tool kit, and these night vision goggles that I got too. So let's make sure all of that's equipped. Cool. Sweet. The theater seems pretty quiet right now. I'm glad. I had some trouble in town earlier. Somebody put a bullet through my back window and killed me. And also told me I had a package and shot me right around the corner over there. That's perfectly fine. We're going to run into a lot of that. So that's totally cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I bought this hatchback for about 7-8 grand. It's actually our largest expense so far. It totals up being more expensive than everything else we have bought together. So here's the coke field right here. We're going to shoot for kind of getting right around there. Actually, we'll just put the marker right on it. So you'll notice this little icon down here. This is my house, and I'm going to show you all it in a little while. I just bought it. I actually did a coke run earlier and had this whole video for it, and realized that my footage just wasn't there. It hurt me. Made my balls hurt. We've made it over here to the coke field. We're gonna park under a little bit of vegetation because police helicopters and gang helicopters, they tend to fly over here a good bit just to see if anybody's down here to bust or rob. We only have to be 150 meters, or we have to be within 150 meters of the coke dot right there to collect. So we're gonna pretty much just skim on the outside of that. Now I probably should make a marker to see exactly where I left my vehicle, but I think it'll be okay if I just follow this tree line kind of going back to it. Yeah. And this place is highly frequented on the server, so if you spend time here, know you're probably going to run into somebody while you're out here. Now that we've made it within 150 meters, we just scroll wheel and hit gather cocaine. They'll slowly go through and gather cocaine. I'm gathering 2 at a time sometimes because I actually don't know why. Well, anyways, I'm gathering a ton of coke real quick, so that's good for me, but bad for demonstration purposes, I guess. But yeah, my preferred method of getting in and out of the coke field is limited exposure, minimal risk. So I brought that hatchback up and I sat it way back there. That's a really cheap vehicle. It's easy to replace, and it won't take really hardly any time at all to fill up. I can hear a helicopter going over now. See if we can catch him. It's probably a police helicopter. That's a white and blue one. I don't know if you guys saw it. Yep, there he went. Yeah, they do pretty frequent runs over this place, as coke is a really popular thing to do on the server. Oh, they're doing another pass because they're looking for us. They flew right over us. It seems they're landing right around where our car is, or at least looking right at it. This may not go well. Oh, sounds like they've sent in somebody on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and make him a little quieter. Alright, now I want to hear again. And if he sees us, by the way, we're just gonna book it over there to the hatchback and hope to God they don't get out and blast us. If it's the police, they probably have stun guns, and this is gonna be really awful. They sure are looking, though. I'll scoot a little closer to this bush. Well, we'll just see if anything comes of that. I just heard an explosion over that way. Not really sure what that was about. Anyways, we've got our little load of coke on our backpack right now. We're just gonna do like we said and go back up here to this tree line and kind of hit it back through over to the car. I'm hoping, because I don't hear a helicopter anymore, that explosion was the helicopter, and maybe they'll give up on just kind of scoping out the coke field. Flying is actually really hard on this game if you're not accustomed to it. Some people take to it really quickly. I wasn't one of those people. It took me a long time to figure out how to fly. I'm still not a great pilot. I do know some people though that they can fit an orca or a hummingbird through anything, so I mean, props to them. Probably don't want to fly with me though. I'm a ground man. And I don't like the water either, so I'm almost solely just exclusive to dirt. Oh, we're all slow. Gotta do the big bouncing booty hop to get over there. Look at the way he's walking. Ridiculous. Alright, we're back to one of our little spots. Make sure we're in the shade, well covered. Looks good to me. And this will be all our vehicle can fit. The hatchback has the hatchback sport, which I'm driving. It has a standard virtual storage of 100. It costs $10,000 to upgrade to 200, and unprocessed coke has a base weight of 3. So I can only fit 33 uncut coke in that hatchback. I just put 32 in there, and I'm gonna get another, or I put maybe 31 in there. Either way, I'm gonna get that amount again in this backpack, and that's gonna be all that I'm taking. We're not looking to make a crazy large amount of money here. We're probably only gonna make around 30 grand for such a small run of coke. And believe me, when you get more resources and property, weapons, bigger vehicles with larger amounts of storage, you can make a lot more money doing something. I'm showing you all the brokest way possible to do this. I mean, I'm talking you can get into cocaine virtually 30 minutes after you hop onto the server, and that's super easy. So anyways, we're just gonna do one really tiny coke run and hope that everything goes right at the processing plant. Alright, that's it for us. Yeah, we are loaded up, and we're just going to immediately get out of the coke field and start heading our way towards the cocaine processing. Now, I do see there is a rebel airdrop right there. There are airdrops on the server. This is a good time to explain how those work. So once one of those lands, it becomes this big crate that is just sitting in the middle of a field typically, and after 10 minutes it'll unlock itself. Now that little rebel airdrop, it becomes a kill on sight zone, and so it pretty much just becomes all out war typically around those things, because they tend to have pretty good loot. They have a ton of guns every time, and every once in a while they have some really high dollar explosives in there and some rare items. So I'm not going to go over to that, even though we've got pretty much no risk by doing so. I'm pretty sure we would just lose all of our progress, because the chances of somebody like me, unarmored and unarmed, uh, getting out of that is none. It's actually none, because people are always going out to those things. So we're just going to head straight over here to cocaine processing, and I'll show you the processing process. A little redundant, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to process this coke, and then we're going to have to go to the drug dealer and get it sold. So I just beamed a telephone pole and lost 92 health. I was very close to dying after this long talk about risk and how I'm not going to take them, and how my chances of getting out of that airdrop area are slim to none. I beamed a telephone pole because I got distracted and nearly killed myself and blew up the whole car. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. Let's quickly drive by and see if anybody's here. Alright, I don't see anybody, so we're going to pull in and try to make this as quick as possible. So there we are, we just scroll wheeled and just hit process. He's going to process everything we got now on us. So this here's the guy. Anyways, whenever we get done processing this, it's actually going to show that a cut was taken from it. So the drug cartel on the server, it actually takes a cut of all the coke that is processed and all the coke that is sold. So if you're the owner of the drug cartel, for instance, which I'll look it up on the map. So like, let's say you were Hyper right now, that's a gang. If you were Hyper the gang, you are going to benefit from what I'm doing right now here in just a moment. Same goes with if you are Hyper who owns Long Triad, and I sell some dog meat over there, they take a cut of that too. And if you're Hyper who owns the oil cartel and somebody starts selling oil, well guess what, they get a cut. Or if you're Zenith and you own Arms Dealer, but it's contested, somebody's selling guns or something like that to the weapons factory, or the black market I mean, they would get a cut. So the cartel owners, they took 4 of the 26 coke that I gave them. Yeah. And also, some of this just packs down regardless, so you might notice that 22 and 4 makes 26, and I had 31 coke going into that. You do lose a little bit just from processing. It doesn't all turn into just straight coke. We're gonna... No, I hate it when this happens. Gotta quickly drop some coke. Quickly pick up some coke. I'm going to leave that box right there. We'll just pick it up and throw it in the car here momentarily. Alright. It's our last bit processed. So of course the next step now is we need to get to somebody who is going to buy this from us. That's going to be the drug dealer in Ep.3, because that's the closest one. Hey guys, you remember that helicopter from earlier? He's right there. And the drug dealer is right that way. I think he's scoping out the drug dealer. So we're just going to try to play it cool. Maybe hang around town a little bit. So I have a feeling as soon as that dude sees us, he's going to pop us. I wonder. I'm feeling kind of frisky right now, guys. I don't want to get too far into it, but I think we can do it even if he is watching us. Fuck it, let's try it. Let's get out. So this is the drug dealer. You can buy drugs off of him, of course. We want to sell drugs to him. 18.6 for 31. And that's 78 for 13. Turn that down so the car don't blow your ears out. Bust through the fence. That's all she wrote. Now, if we see an ATM before we get to the square where we know there is one, we're gonna stop by that because the ATM in Aethera sucks. People rob each other at the ATM all the friggin' time. It's the cheapest, dumbest tactic, which is exactly why it works. So I want to see a little bit better of one. Oh, that's a shiny car. All right, we're gonna say F it one more time and hopefully deposit all our cash. Here's the ATM. We're gonna hit deposit all, and that puts us at a $31,477, making $26,400 off of a coke run, which only took an unupgraded car and a $300 backpack. So, yeah, the return for that is much better than the risk put into it, and we're able to use all of this again if we wanted to go back out and do another run. And son of a gun, there's an ATM right there. What does that sign say? That's new. Taking Altus to the liars with a picture of windmills. All right, on. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if I didn't bring enough mojo to the table. This is my second time recording this today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this was helpful. If you're thinking of joining the server, I pretty much just taught you how to sell all the illegal drugs except for LSD and meth. So you can apply the same tactic to marijuana in the game. It'll work the same way. Um, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed and love you guys. Thank y'all for your support. I've had nothing but nice comments the entire time I've been doing this, which is 6 months. And I really appreciate it. Y'all are super cool, and I'm glad to call you honkies. So y'all take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.